Hey kids, this is for the math exploration sheet that is due on April 24th. That would be Monday. I'm not going to give a full tutorial for every problem. I'm going to follow the same procedure that we used for our last model drawing or math exploration day. I'm pretty much going to help you set up the model, possibly giving you the key, and I'm going to let you go ahead and take it from there, and we'll see what happens when we meet in class tomorrow. So for this first problem, we know that half of Callie's money is equal to 3/4 of Jared's money. If Callie has $25 more than Jared, how much money do they have all together? So really the key here is our little piece right there. Half of Callie's money is equal to 3/4 of Jared's money. Half of Callie's money equal to 3/4. So we're going to set up our model. We'll have Callie and we'll have Jared. Now let's put Callie's money, and we're going to say half is about right there. Now Jared's money is the key. His 3/4 is equal to half of Callie's. So that's telling me right away, Jared's 3/4. 3/4 of his money is equal to half. Well, here's the halfway mark for Callie's money. So 3/4 of Jared's. 3/4 means 3 units. 3/4 of Jared's money is equal to half. Well, if it's 3/4, that means he's got another fourth right there. So these 3/4 are equal to half of Callie's money. So now, this is the key you need to unlock the rest of the problem. Look at these 3 units compared to half of Callie's money. Take a look at that last fourth. What could you do with it? If you know Callie has $25 more, I'm looking forward to see what you do with the key. Now this second problem has a few parts to it. It's definitely a multi-step type problem. So, there are a total of 800 novels and nonfiction books at a bookshop. 2/5 of these books were novels. Each novel was priced at $7. Each nonfiction book was priced at $5. How much money would the owner of the bookshop make if he sold 3/8 of the novels and 2/5 of the nonfiction books? So, like the last problem, I'm not going to walk you through the entire thing. Instead, what I'm going to help you do is set up the initial model. Now, that initial model is going to unlock the rest of the problem. Like I said, there are multiple steps, so you're going to really have to work your way through the entire problem to find your solution that is reasonable. So, first off, there's a total of 800 novels. Okay? Well, there is a total of 800 books. So, 800 books and nonfiction, 800 novels and nonfiction books. Now, 2/5 of these books were novels. That's the very first part, 2/5. So that means for our novels, 2 out of 5 were novels. Well, how many nonfiction books did we have then? Well, if 2 out of 5 are novels, well, that means 3 out of 5 are nonfiction. So now, this initial model is going to unlock the rest of the problem for us. Each novel was priced at $7. Each nonfiction book was priced at $5. How much money would the owner make if he sold 3/8 of the novels and 2/5 of the nonfiction books? Well, we need to know how many actual novels and nonfiction books there are. This model is now going to help us do that. We have 800 books altogether. 2 units and 3 units. Well, that's a total of 5 units that are worth 800. That means each of these units is worth 160. So 160 times 2 here, 160 times 3 there. Now, see if you can take that information and unlock the rest of the problem. Okay, let's tackle the last problem. At a school camp, 30% of the students were boys. When 87 students left the camp after the second day, half the original number of boys were left behind, and the number of girls decreased by 20%. How many girls were at the camp in the beginning? So, let's go ahead and start setting up the model. 30% of the students were boys. So we know that we're going to give our boys 3 units. Now those 3 units are worth 30%, which means that each of our units then would be worth 10%. If we follow that same logic then, we know that the girls are worth 70%, or 7 units. Now, of course, same thing applies here. Each of our units is worth 10. So we've got 30% boys, 70% girls. Now, it says 87 students left. After that happened, half of the original number of boys were left behind. So that means, how many boys left? Well, if half were left behind, half, that leaves us with 15%. So that means, of the boys, 15% left. Now, with the girls, their number decreased by 20%. So that means, of the 70% that were there, their number dropped by 20%. So that means I'm looking for 20% of 70%. So 20% of 70%. What's another way that I could write that? 2/10 of 7/10. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. Good luck, kiddos.